organelles. What else? We're almost done. So, no cell wall. Oh no, sorry. What I'm saying is a cell wall is present in prokaryotes and not present in the eukaryotes. And however, some eukaryotic cells do have a cell wall. For example, if they make up plants. So I'll just quickly jot that down. So cell wall present. So, and no cell wall. I want to extend this a little bit, so anyway, so what else? The flagellum or the tail, which is present, I'll just scroll this up, in this prokaryotic cell is in fact made up of flagellum protein. It is a fairly simple compound. It's just got enough structural rigidity to allow the cell some sort of locomotion or some sort of movement. While the eukaryotic cell has complicated cilia, tiny little hairs, millions of them, that consists of tubulin and other proteins, thus giving the cell a great sense of its surroundings. So, just quickly jot this down as well. So, simple flagella. Simple flagellum composed of flagellum proteins. Of flagella proteins, while the eukaryotic cell has complicated cilia, and flagellum consists of tubulin and other proteins. So the structure is a little bit more complicated, thus making the eukaryotic cell a far more, you know, you can say sort of self-aware, but that's not exactly right. But you know, it has a much greater sensation of its surrounding environment, and it needs to, because it's very complicated. It needs to constantly be regulating its processes, its metabolism, its waste excretion, its food intake, its response to changing environmental conditions, and so on and so forth. While the prokaryote can usually adjust fairly quickly, and it's not hard, in other words. Anyway, complicated cilia, and consisting of tubulin and other proteins. Cilia and flagella. Consisting of, so it's made up of tubulin, whoops, spelled that almost, and proteins. I'm sorry for taking so long to talk, it's just that these things are taking me a while to write out. So bear with me, we're almost done. Now, the cell division is one of the most important characteristics that distinguishes the prokaryotic cell from the eukaryotic cell. In fact, prokaryotic cells use simple cell division, that is simple fission, to divide themselves, so they split up into two daughter cells, while the eukaryotic cell in fact uses mitosis to divide. It's a lot more complicated, but it provides a lot more genetic variability, and we will get to that a little bit later. So I'll just write that down. So division by fission, and division by mitosis. So in fact, the offspring have an exact genetic copy of its parent in the prokaryotic state. So offspring have copy of genes in parents. While the eukaryotic cell has gametes formed. Variability therefore exists. And lastly, anaerobic energy sources for the prokaryote. And many shared metabolic pathways. So many shared metabolic just scroll down a bit. Pathways. And that's it. These are the major differences between the prokaryotic cell and the eukaryotic cell. Just extend it here, the division, and erase that little thing. And there you have it. We've now completely discussed the major differences between eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells. Thanks very much for listening. Next lecture we will discuss exactly what the organelles in each cell does. So thank you, see you next time.